Hi, yes, and hello. I'm going to talk about something today I didn't think I'd ever actually talk about on here. I recently got an offer to go fishing with somebody who does some tournaments, and they want to share some of their tips with me to help me be a better fisherman, and I'm all about that. That sounds fantastic, so I'm going to take that gentleman up on that offer. He did ask that, maybe I could share some stuff with him about how I started the channel, which is interesting to me because my channel is not exactly booming. Like, we're doing all right. We made 1,000. Not a lot of people do that. But we made it past that. So that said, I did learn getting here. One thing I want to preface, I'm assuming this video you already have a kayak. If you don't have a kayak and you're trying to find one, this video is a little bit ahead of where you need to be. And if you want a kayak, man, go check out one of my other videos. They're just as bad as this one, I promise. Let's go. As far as the cameras go, if you're on a budget, on the Casso, the audio's kind of rough. Jack it up to like 15 in open shot or Adobe, whatever you're using. Just raise the volume up. It's gonna work fine. The GoPro Hero 7, perfect little camera. Doesn't have overheating issues. Sturdy. It's smaller than the GoPro Hero 10. Battery life is the same. You're limited to 4K, I think 120 frames per minute. That's a good image quality. What image quality do you want? That is really the most important thing here, right? I mean, are you looking to put out 1080p, 240 frames per minute so you can have ultimate slow-mo shots? If that is your goal, then you are good with like a Hero 7, a Hero 8. Those are going to give you exactly what you want. If you're looking for beyond that, you're looking for legitimate 5K, then yeah, you're going Hero 10 or you're going some other upper brand. Ask yourself what's important. You're going to learn about making sure sunscreen's not on your lens. You're going to learn about getting splash off. You're going to learn about taking care of those electronics. And do you want them on a battery? Do you mind stopping every 45 minutes to an hour to fidget with the battery to change it out? If you're one of these, you're slinging when you're out there and you're trying to get in 2,000 casts a day, you probably want some kind of battery pack. Think out your electronics. How do you want your cameras facing? Do you want to talk to the camera? You probably don't want to talk to the camera first, but I'm going to be honest with you. The faster you get talking to this little rectangle electronic, faster you're going to be happy with your channel. Because when you're not talking, you're not really engaging. Yeah, you're creating content, you may have some people watching, but you're not really engaging. You're just showing your adventure, and that's fine. If that's your goal, do that. When I first started doing my videos, it was just the catch. I didn't want to talk, I just wanted to show the catch, because to me that's what was important when I was getting in, is just watching it. As I've got more into it and I've got my gear and I understand those things, it's not enough for me just to record and say, okay, this video is interesting. I can bore myself to sleep. Figure out what you want to film. In your video, do you want to talk about other topics? Do you want to talk about outdoors? Yeah, if you can figure that shit out up front, it's way easier to get established with the audience you want. If you're going to have a fishing channel, it's a crowded market and you better like butts, because there's a lot of assholes coming your way. You're going to get some weird things said to you. You're going to get a lot of feedback telling you what you should and shouldn't do. And the feedback's going to be important to you. You're going to take it, you're going to appreciate it. But really, at the end of the day, you need to do what makes you happy. I got in that mode where I was trying to do everything that I saw other people doing and having success with, and it just wasn't fun for me. So once you figure out your electronics, what do you want to film, what angles do you want, and you start learning about lighting and shit, like, if you're recording, make sure you're facing the lighting. Because if I record this and I'm away from lighting, yeah, you still get a good image, but there's only so much brightness you can manipulate here. You'll learn those things. Get the brightest light you can, either reflecting on half or all. Learn your editing trick. If you don't like video editing, fine, but you're gonna have to do it. So if you don't like it and you want it quick and easy, get something free. Get OpenShot. 100% free, no watermarking, and there's some limitations. They're not banging out 4K video with it. It doesn't support that type of export. If you really say, hey, I can swing the 20 a month, yeah, I like my Adobe Premiere, but you can do your Final Cut, your iMovie, whatever you like, whatever works, whatever budget, there's something out there for you. I say start slow. You're starting out, learn OpenShot, learn the basics of your editing, bump on up a little bit, figure out kind of early the direction you want to go. Don't spend a lot of early funds on this because you don't know if this is for you or not. That's just the reality. I'm not saying go out and buy junk. You want functional things that are going to help you. They're going to be nice to use. You want the good stuff. However, I don't think a lot of people take into account that even starting a small fishing channel, 10-minute video, you're probably recording 4 to 8 hours on the water. Out of that 4 to 8 hours, you're probably coming home and you're editing another 4 to 8, depending on how granular and fancy you're getting with your tech. So you're talking, 12 to 16 hours a week you're using just to record, edit, and that doesn't even count the time you spend uploading and sharing it with the community and all that other fun stuff. Speaking of the community, one thing you don't want to do, and this is what a lot of us do, you want to race to 100. That's fine. Race to your 100 subs. Get your custom URL. It's not going to be as meaningful as you think. Like, it's cool to have one. It was like the first big accomplishment you get, because getting to 100 can be a grind. You're going to do the same thing everybody else does to get to that 100. You're going to be hyperactive. You're going to go talk to people. You're going to engage. Fully, you're going to watch the content you're engaging on, though. The worst thing you can do for another channel, and even your channel, is go spam out your comment and say, hey, I like what I saw, great video, just subscribed, or this is great, dude, every time. And I caught myself doing it because I was like, well, I'd go watch the video, didn't have a comment to say. I wanted to know I was there, so there was some engagement back and forth. You know, it is beneficial to get a view. Problem is, I found myself saying things like, hey, you're doing great, and it became very generic and repetition. Some of the videos I had something I wanted to comment on, but if I didn't, I gave something generic. People see that, they know they don't like it. They're not coming to watch you. Authentic. You know, if you're gonna go out, watch channels and comment, fine, go out, watch and comment. Otherwise, don't watch their shit. You know, don't try and boost your channel by crippling another channel, because you are. When you go there and you click that link and you say, hey, I'm watching this for 10 seconds, long enough to leave a comment saying, good video, dude, and then you bounce, you just murder that guy's retention. Our channel, and he only gets, you know, 15-20 views a video, and one of those views happened to last 10 seconds, and his retention is now down to like 45-55%. You just hurt him, man, and they're gonna hurt you, because they're gonna come over, recognize that you're just spamming comments, and they're gonna do the same thing to you. Organic growth is way more important than forcing it through the community. Be active in the community, but be active in the right way, because if you go out here and you spam all these damn channels, they're gonna come like your stuff, but they're gonna come like your stuff, subscribe for a little bit so that you see it publicly, and then when you subscribe, after a while they unsubscribe, they stop watching, and the times they did watch, you got very little retention rate. That like, subscribe, and comment, dude, it don't mean anything in regards to, you know, your analytics and how the algorithm perceives you. You want that algorithm to perceive you well. It's just like with the shorts. Aim to get 65% or better. If you can get 75% or better on like a short, you're gonna stay on that shelf and repeat. That's where a lot of my videos and subs come from. Take advantage of those shorts if you're new. You get a lot of exposure you don't normally get. But back to my point. Be organic. Let them come. Let them watch your videos because they want to. Dude, it's so nice to get to 100 and then to get to 1,000. But once you're at 1,000, if you're one of those that was grinding, you're probably going to say, you know, it's time to slow that down. I don't have time to comment on 88 videos a night. It's not sustainable. It's not fun. You're going to get burnt. Big tip I can give for you. Space your videos out. When you're new, everybody has this tendency to say, I got a video, throw it up. Boom, there's your first video. And then the next day, you got a video, throw it up. Boom, there's your next video. And you are a content factory, pumping the shit out. However, you are cutting your throat. You can't fish year-round unless you're in specific regions. Most of us fall outside that. If you are in one of our regions to where the winter slows down and the fishing's just not as good, you know what I'm talking about. You may be able to catch bass in the winter, but spring, summer, fall, it's a better time for fishing. It's the way it is. Starting out, if you're feeling aggressive, do once a week. You may find over time you want twice a week or once a month, or you want every other week with short supplementing in between the videos. What you want is to go into winter or to have yourself a scheduled off season. I went from November until I think it was early March without getting in my kayak and still had videos coming out pretty much weekly. Going every other week, I anticipate by the time this year is over, I'll have enough queued up. I could actually go into like summer of next year if I go at the rate I plan to. But save some good stuff for the slow season. When everybody else is posting, well, I got this lure for Christmas, or I can't wait to get back on the water. It's so cold up here in Minnesota. You know, that's cool. Those are fun. People watch that. If you go from seeing 90 new kayak bass fishing videos a day that match the criteria of your channel to seeing just 20, you have a big market jump. Winter is your time for growth if you plan your videos accordingly. That's when I always have my best growth. We're talking as far as subscriber count, it looks kind of sluggish going into summer and fall. Like spring looks good, and then as winter comes, because the content stays consistent, I gain. But an organic, slow, sustained gain. All you really need to start your own channel, and I swear to God it's this easy, guys. A name for your channel, a Google account, a camera, and a way to edit video. Get your camera. Go fishing. Go have fun, man. Enjoy it. You'll find some like-minded people. You'll find some assholes. It's going to be a wide spectrum, man. And remember, just catch the fish. Catch the fish. Have fun. Enjoy your channel.
Do it! Just do it!
But the price is superior as well. You know, what is it? The DJ Osmo, there's whatever it's called. Osmosi, or